Skip, a 7-4 win over the Cardinals yesterday, ensuring a series victory. So many players were involved in that win last night. We had to pick a player of the game, and we picked Jalen Beeks for what he did in the seventh inning, absolutely shutting the door when they had tied the game. And then in the eighth inning, a leadoff double, but then he got the next two guys out. I can't recall the time when a reliever got 5 outs in a game, and all 5 outs came with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, it's a good point. Jalen Beeks won the game for us. He saved us big time in a tough spot. A lot of pinch hitters coming off the bench. Ended up being kind of a right-handed lane for him, which he's so effective against lefties. And, last couple outings, he's had, some tough luck. And so for him to go out there and throw 95-mile-an-hour fastballs at the top with a really effective changeup, getting punch-outs, getting big outs at the time, really helped out Evo and kept us in the game. But you're right, it was a huge outing for him, and then Cal helped him out as well. So it was overall really, really good job by the bullpen.
That's one pitch to get a win. That's not a lot of work.
Yeah, but it was a big out, right? But yeah, I don't love the scorekeepers when they do that. I mean, that should have been Beeks' win, in my opinion. But that's why wins don't really matter if wins or losses, right? As far as like on their resume, right, as they used to back in the day.
Kyle Higashioka had 3 hits. You're in a spot right now where during this 5-game winning streak, basically you can look at anyone in the clubhouse and point to contributions they have made during the streak. That kind of scenario has to be a good one for you.
Well, we needed the offense to get going. We've talked about it, at length. It feels like throughout the year, and they have figured out ways to help win games lately. Small ball, slug, on the bases. So they've done a really good job of figuring out who they are as players, and kind of the roster that we have right now with some injuries. We had to do some different things, but credit to them. They have been willing to do whatever it takes. You have some veterans in that clubhouse that are laying down bunts, and they're doing hit and runs for the first time. And so it's been fun to watch, fun to see. It's also fun when it works, right? So then you have a little bit of street cred that you can do it again as a manager. So that always helps.
You talk about the team needing to slug to be successful. Now, you haven't hit any home runs here, I think, in 3 or 4 games, but you're hitting doubles. You had 3 doubles yesterday. When you get 3 or more doubles a game, you guys are 10-3 this season. And talking about situational hitting as well, last night was the 4th time this year you've had at least 1 sacrifice bunt and 1 sacrifice fly in a game. You're 4-0 in those games. When you put all of that together, it's winning baseball.
That's why I talk about it. So I like the small ball and I like slug. And if you can't slug with doubles or home runs, then it's get on base and steal a base, and that you create the slug 1 pitch later. So that's the thought behind it. So we have some team speed right now that we're kind of we're using the best of our ability, whether it's stolen base or hit and runs. But yeah, I do love when I talk about slug. It's not always the home run. It's via the leadoff double is almost as good, because it keeps the momentum going, and then you can start really having fun with the offense and doing different things and putting pressure on the defense. So that's the whole goal: put the pressure on the defense. But it also starts with starting pitching, putting up zeros, right? So if we score first, the starters put up a 0. We're in a pretty good spot typically with the record as well.
Robbie Alstrom's been here for a couple of days, hasn't gotten into a game yet. What's the situation that you'd like to see to be able to get him in?
Well, the guys are down the next couple of days. Definitely tomorrow down, but they're down today, and we're going to have to figure out how to utilize the bullpen the best of our ability, depending on how much Mac gives us today. Mac gives us 8. I have a pretty good idea who gets the 9th, but if Mac gives us 5, then I think you could see a potential of an Alstrom outing in a first career outing. So I think it all depends on what happens with the starting pitching. St. Louis has a lot of lefties in the lineup. Cleveland Guardians have a lot of lefties in the lineup. So I think in the next couple of days, you'll definitely see him get his debut.
All right, tonight you face Andre Palante. And you mentioned to us the other day you're familiar with him from the same area as you are. He was a pitcher here his rookie year when you were with the Cardinals in 2022. We know he's got some good breaking stuff. How do you attack him?
Well, he used to be a reverse split guy, so we used to use him in St. Louis against left-handed lanes. That's how good he was. He has a natural cut on his fastball. He has got really good feel for his hard slider cutter, about 90 miles an hour, and he can spin it. He's worked really hard at getting a sinker that he can get in on righties. So we have to push him out, kind of hang out over the plate, make sure that we get that sinker off of us. And for the lefties, stay inside the kind of heavy cutter slider arsenal. So if we try to just, pull hook that slider and that cutter, we're going to be beating a lot of balls into the ground on the pull side for the left-handers. So we got to make sure we stay inside the baseball, make sure we get them on the plate, not in off, and we should be okay.
All right, very good. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you.